This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on the channel. And I'm excited to get into this one because this is going to be the debate of what seems like, well, our first 25% of the season. Correct me if I'm wrong. When we finish off playing tomorrow night at 11:30 or whatever time we'll get done against San Jose. That's going to be a killer of a game, but we'll do it anyway. But the other thing I'm excited about for today's video is it's been a weekend of change here on Dolynny TV. The new headset, everything kind of corresponding with that. And then, of course, we've got the other side of things coming through as well. You guys have kind of been telling me you got to update that subscriber bar there, the bar I always refer to when I'm asking you to subscribe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've updated it. It doesn't have current stats. I'm going to set a goal, and this is what you get to look at until we hit 7,500 subscribers coming up, hopefully right away here. So if you're new to the channel, you're like, man, this guy likes to discuss the Oilers. I like to discuss the Oilers. I haven't hit that subscribe button yet. Well, hit that subscribe button. What I'll also ask you to do is I'm not a guy who's going to sit here and tell you to get those notifications sent to your phone. But if you do, that's greatly appreciated because that gets you the video as soon as it's released. And in my world, the only videos I want you to have first are, of course, the video containing any trades, any breaking news, and then, of course, the game reviews and the streams. Those two time-sensitive things, right? When the Oilers win 6-2 against the Anaheim Ducks, I want to see you guys in here 2 minutes later. And the best way to do that, I know most of you do like coming through early, right before you go to bed, right? Hey, pop off your comments about the game and head to bed. Well, if you want to do that, the best way to get the videos to your phone, to your computer, whatever, is hitting that bell. So, guys, that's my little plug, my shameless plug for myself today. But I guess what we could say is we've been popping off a lot of comments after wins this year through 19 games, and that's where it leaves me as we are on the eve of game number 20 of the NHL season already. Can you believe that? We're already 25% of the way through this NHL season, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely unbelievable. I could not tell you how fast October 2nd to November 11th has gone. The Oilers have played a lot of games and a lot of nights, and all of a sudden here we sit on the eve of Game 20, and the reason Game 20 is so special is because a lot of you guys had it pinned as the moment, the idea. We would know what this Edmonton Oilers team is going to do this season. Now, obviously, yes, most people, it's either Game 20 or Christmas. That seems to be about the two markers in hockey fans' calendars when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers and knowing what this team's going to do. It's either Game 20, we'll kind of have an idea, or December 25th. And whichever camp you're in, it's fine and dandy. But today is that first marker, and that's why I'm sitting here kind of talking about it. Is tomorrow I'm going to talk about how important Game 20 is, all that, and we'll make it something special for the game preview tomorrow as soon as I get off work. But today is, you know what, we're done Game 19. We're going into Game 20 tomorrow, and that's the best time I can possibly find to ask some questions, right? Similar to what I did with the Joakim Nygard, Adam Larsson video from earlier today. What I want to ask is just the broad, general question of, is it that real, actual set marker of our season that we should be looking at, or is Game 20 not going to be good enough to give us what we need to know about this Edmonton Oilers team? Now, there's a lot to be said about this Edmonton Oilers team. Guys, we have played a total of 3 home games in November. We're 1-1-1. We've played, well, how many home games in October? We played a total of 6 home games in October. We won 5 out of 6 home games in October. So realistically, we're 6-2-1 in home games in October. So guys, if you've been going to games in Edmonton, it has been a fantastic, phenomenal, fun time to go to. You know what? The odds say that 6 out of 9 times, 66% of the time, the Oilers will win at home so far this season. Now let's get over to kind of checking those NHL standings. This is, of course, entering tonight, so there is some stuff to be changed around. But entering the night, whatever time, 5 o'clock, let's say, the Edmonton Oilers are enjoying a, well, 3-point advantage over top of the Calgary Flames. They've got 20 games played, we've got 19, and we've got 3 points on them. That's huge. That's massive for us as Oilers fans. Now the other difference is, compared to Calgary, we've allowed 10 less goals and only scored 1 less goal. That's a massive thing. Vancouver's breathing down our neck at 21 points. Then you've got in the wild card, you've got Winnipeg, Vegas, Arizona, Anaheim, all log jammed within 2 points. Guys, again, to our degree, that was why the Anaheim game was so important. It was a 2-point game we couldn't afford to lose because Anaheim would then be 3 points back of us for first. Now they are 7 points back of us for first. See? 3, 7, 4-point game. You get the math, it makes sense. So big key for us as Oilers fans is entering game number 20. The Edmonton Oilers should still be in first place no matter what happens here. Let me go get that scoreboard, the NHL scoreboard for today. Yeah, you know what? It's the Hurricanes and the Senators. Coyotes play today against the Capitals. We should still be able to survive that one. Then all of a sudden it is Tuesday against the San Jose Sharks. The Canucks play. They're not going to take us. The Calgary Flames don't play. So entering Wednesday morning, no matter what happens for the Edmonton Oilers, after game number 20, I can personally guarantee you the math says we will be in first in the Pacific Division. Now, this is to my degree of the questioning on this video, is who, after game 20, would have had the Edmonton Oilers pegged to be the leaders of the Pacific Division. I don't think many of us would, because realistically, I was very hopeful. I was saying playoff contention, you know what, get in, not anything can happen. But here we sit first in the division. A very tight division is what it is at this point. I'm not going to sit here and claim we're really that good, but I'm going to say this is a little bit of a shock. As a good, pleasant kind of shock. Because this time last year, guys, literally about a week and a half from now, we were firing Todd McLellan this time last year. So, right, is we're sitting in first in the division, and my oh my, have times changed in terms of goaltending, defense, and of course the management staff of the Edmonton Oilers. So after game 20, no matter what happens against the San Jose Sharks, right, whether the defense implodes, the goaltending implodes, or we win 8-0, whatever happens tomorrow against the San Jose Sharks, game 20, the 25% mark of the season, is going to prove to us that the Oilers are capable of being a very good team if they commit to Dave Tippett's system, if they stay true to the message and work their butts off. Guys, we have won some games we've had no right winning. We've stayed in games we've had no right staying in. We've battled ourselves into this spot. We've had injuries. Don't think for a second we haven't had very critical injuries, right? Sheehan, Archibald twice. Chiasson to open the season. That's maybe why he got off to such a slow start. Larson to open the season pretty much, right? There's been so many injuries. Pearson even to a degree. Remember, he's had some fantastic stats, Oilers winning wise, when he's in the lineup, but he hasn't been in the lineup the full year. So there's some big time numbers when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers here that you can talk about. This Oilers team, resiliency through 20 games, battle through 20 games, lack of depth scoring through 20 games, but here we are. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl on pace to shatter their point totals from last year. So what do we really know about this Edmonton Oilers team through 20 games? Guys, we are right where we need to be. Dave Tippett would probably have told you this is where ideally he would like the team to be after 20 games. This is ideally where any coach would like the team to be after 20 games. The thing though that I have to say is the simple fact that after 20 games, the game finishes tomorrow against San Jose, no matter what happens, we have done some unprecedented stuff in Edmonton Oilers history kind of deal because, well, you think about that, right? That 5-0 run to start the season, the comeback victories in a row, that kind of stuff. There is some incredible stats that opened up the Edmonton Oilers season. And you think about Leon Draisaitl on pace, guys. There's a lot of positives to draw, and that's exactly where we have to stop short. We have to draw the positives, realize that, you know what, we haven't even lost 3 games in a row this season. That's the beautiful part here. We have not lost more than 2 games in a row this season. That is perhaps the best stat we have to draw. But that's where, for the guys that were throwing it away a few games ago, right, when we lost against St. Louis, when we lost against Arizona, the guys who were right then ready to throw away the season and go for a top 10 pick, go for Alexis Lafreniere, I'm sorry. Guys, this is where we have to, keep that in mind, that that's always a possibility, but so is winning. And that's one thing this Edmonton Oilers team has proven capable of doing in any situation this season through 20 games. It doesn't matter if we're down in the third period, doesn't matter if we're up in the first. We are capable of winning any hockey game with the lineup we throw out there every single night. And as Oilers fans, guys, we have not had that for several years. That is the plain, straight fact, absolute best part. My takeaway after 20 games is it don't matter who we're facing on any given night, the Edmonton Oilers stand more than a 50% chance of winning. It isn't hoping on this, hoping on that. It's if we come ready to play, if we put pucks on net, if we play our game, we're going to win. And that can't be said for previous Oilers teams. So guys, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. That's where I'm going to hand it over to you. What are the actual takeaways after Game 20? What do we really know about this Edmonton Oilers team post Game 20? I mean, yeah, sure, we've only played 19, so let me kind of hear what you're thinking is going to fly out in that San Jose Sharks game. But realistically, you can put it in the bag. We're first in the Pacific Division after 20 games, and we haven't even played game number 20 yet. Guys, I'm Tyson, Dolynny TV. I am up on, as always, out of here.